I think it's pretty safe to say that the true face of the Star Wars franchise has got to be Anakin Skywalker, also known as Darth Vader in the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one element of Episode 9 that a lot of people are truly looking forward to seeing in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize some of the connections to the prequel trilogy eras, such as, Revenge of the Sith, and of course Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace, you name it. And if we look at Star Wars as a whole, we do know that this movie really is going to wrap up the entire Skywalker saga in a very satisfying way, according to J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, is that this movie really is going to bring it all together. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Anakin Skywalker, Kylo Ren, the Dark Spire, and even the Knights of Ren. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren inside of the Dark Spire, where it's described that Kylo and the Knights eventually split up. It's said that the Dark Spire is strong with the dark side of the Force, where Kylo begins to hear a strange voice. A voice that is said to be the hybrid Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker. It's said that the voice is faint to Kylo, however audible, where it's described to be saying elements of the Sith code, where Kylo Ren is said to hear the words coming from Anakin Skywalker's Force ghost voice, delivering words such as passion, strength, and power lead to victory, and that victory shall set you free. It's said that as Kylo hears these words in the distance that are said to be faint and planned to have an echo effect, it leads him to the shrine of Darth Vader, which also includes the statue of Vader. It's said that the lesson by the hybrid Force ghost of Anakin involving the pieces of the Sith code lead Kylo to the Vader shrine that hold a secret device. Additionally, it's said that Kylo begins to hear the whispers again of Anakin's hybrid Force ghost, where it implies to embrace both the light and the dark and break free of compassion. So what's really interesting about all of this is that the Dark Spire is really going to be quite a very interesting part of the Episode 9 story. In case you guys are just tuning in right now and are wondering what the Dark Spire really is going to be in Episode 9, it's going to be this tall castle-like structure that both Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren travel to in this movie within the second act of the film. So what's really intriguing about all of this is that this is another great way of introducing the hybrid Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker, where Kylo Ren is only hearing whispers of Anakin's voice in the distance. However, it's said to be also audible, where he's delivering pieces of the Sith code. Now, the pieces of the Sith code, where it's stating passion, strength, and power lead to victory, and that victory shall set you free. It's a little play on words of how the actual Sith code is actually written out on paper by, of course, George Lucas, and how, the Jedi and the Sith code were created well before the events of the sequel trilogy. So what's really intriguing about this is that this is yet again J.J. Abrams paying respect to, of course, the basics of the Jedi and the Sith, is by, of course, following the Jedi and Sith code in Star Wars Episode 9, where Anakin Skywalker's hybrid Force ghost is basically delivering the Sith code to, of course, Kylo Ren. Now, we do know that a lot of people are very, pretty much skeptical on how there's going to be a hybrid Force ghost, and how J.J. Abrams even wanted to use this in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, however, it never made it to the final cut of the film. And that J.J. is really, kind of finding ways in order to incorporate this into Star Wars Episode 9. So the hybrid Force ghost, what I love so much about this, and if you guys agree or disagree with me on this, that's fine. What's great about this is that this version of the actual Force ghost of Anakin is usually associated with, of course, a dark side location, or a dark side, whatever element of Episode 9 that's going to be incorporated into Episode 9. So, this dark side location being the Dark Spire, it allows Anakin Skywalker's Force ghost to basically show itself in the form being, of course, a mixture of Darth Vader and Anakin. As well, that it implies to use both the light side and the dark, and to break yourself free of any kind of compassion toward anybody. So what I like about Star Wars so far, specifically within Episode 9, is how J.J. Abrams is really trying to handle the characters of Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Jedi and Sith lore, and stuff like that, how it's going to move the characters of Rey, Kylo Ren, and Rey forward in this movie. So that's one thing to look forward to. The other thing that I really am very excited to see, like I have always said, is of course the Dark Spire, this large castle in Episode 9 that actually dates back thousands and thousands of years. Wars before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, and that it was actually built during the times of the Old Republic era. Now, we do know that the Old Republic, alright, may very well be the new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones. You guys may have heard that big report not too long ago. So you can only imagine, you know, what kind of things went on within this castle. We do know that this castle has gone through many different battles between armies of Jedi and Sith, and that it is very powerful within the dark side of the Force. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.